And now we take you live to French Trump's weekly press conference.
As long as it...
Hello, it is French President Trump, and I'm here for the weekly French President Trump press conference. I shall now take questions from the press.
Mr. President.
Yes, you.
Thank you. This is Xavier St. John Forsyth from The Guardian. You call yourself a law and order president, but if someone is a political supporter of yours, or like Roger Stone, who was found guilty of 5 counts of making false statements to Congress and tampering with a witness, you commute their sentence or pardon them. How is that law and order?
It is law and order. It's customized law and order. It's like Etsy law and order. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, don't upset us. Next question.
Mr. President.
Mr.
President. Thank you, Mr. President. Tony Romo with ABC News. Mr. President.
Tony, good to see you. You know, my pizza was a little late last night, Tony, and there was no sides. Go ahead, Tony.
Thank you, Mr. President. The First Lady's former friend and advisor, Stephanie Winston Wauchoff, who was subpoenaed due to her involvement in what is suspected to be inaugural committee finance fraud, allegedly secretly recorded tapes of the First Lady. What do you think of that, sir?
It's terrible. Melania says horrible things. That's one of the things that we have in common. We practically pee our pants laughing over pee past. Shit. I hope that's not on tape. I hope I am not on tape with her. Am I on the tape, Tony?
I don't know, Mr. President.
I don't know Melania that well. There are pictures of us together, but I take pictures with lots of people. Next question.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Don Robinson with En Vogue magazine. You keep saying you sent in the National Guard in Wisconsin, but sir, it's the governors who call in the National Guard. It wouldn't even be legal for you to send in the National Guard.
I do tons of illegal things. That wouldn't stop me. Oh, shit. I should not have said that. I didn't say that. And if Melania's ex-friend, Stephanie Winston Wauchoff, is here with a tape recorder, it'll be game, set, and match for her. Can someone ask Melania if there is any more space under the tennis courts? Next question.
Mr. President.
Yes, you right there. You.
President.
Gracias, Mr. President. Antonio Montoya with Telemundo. You said that you spoke with the family pastor of the family of police shooting victim Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. However, his father says they don't have a family pastor.
No. The fake news got it wrong again. I did not speak to a pastor. I was in a pasture. A pasture, not a pastor. Sometimes after spewing so much bullshit, I have to go to a pasture to replenish. Next question.
Mr. President.
Yes, you, that guy right there. You, yes.
Thank you. Xavier St. John Forsyth, The Guardian. In Michael Schmidt's book, Donald Trump versus the United States, he described your unusual visit to Walter Reed Hospital last November. You replied in a tweet that you had not had mini-strokes. Mr. Schmidt tweeted back that the book didn't mention mini-strokes. Why did you mention mini-strokes?
It was a routine wellness check.
But, sir, it wasn't on the White House schedule. It wasn't on Walter Reed's schedule. And your doctor, Ronnie Jackson, who is now running for Congress, rode in the car with you, which is highly unusual.
I did not have many strokes, but if I did have many strokes, they would be the very best mini strokes that anyone has ever had. People say the world has never seen mini strokes like mine. They're big. They're almost maxi strokes. And I would have the most mini strokes anyone could have. But I didn't have them.
Mr. President, isn't it true that the President's physician usually rides in a separate car in the motorcade, so that if something happens to the President's vehicle, the doctor is ready to serve him?
Mr. President, it's Karen von Carlson from OANN.
Yes, Karen, yes.
I'll ride with you, sir. I'll take that risk. And anyone with eyes can see that you're in fine shape.
Thank you, Karen. Next question.
Mr. President.
Yes, you, right there, you. Yes, you.
Gracias, Mr. President. Antonio Montoya with Telemundo again. Mr. President, you have repeatedly compared police shooting unarmed black men to a golfer missing a putt. Even Laura Ingraham cautioned you that that was not an appropriate comparison, yet you continue to use it. Why?
All right, see? This is what the fake news does. Yeah, that's not what I said. It does not have to be a professional golfer. It could be a Turnberry, a beautiful course in Scotland, one of the world's best. It could be someone missing a putt there, but it could also be at a miniature golf course. Someone could choke putting into a dragon's mouth or the windmill. Next question.
Mr. President.
Yes, you right there, you. Yes, you right there, you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tony Romo again with ABC News. Mr. President, you have also mentioned a number of times now a group of people dressed in black outfits that almost filled a plane that someone you know who was not with the black outfitted people but was on the plane told you about. You allege that this was an organized group of violent people going to Democratic-run cities to perpetuate violence, and that it is now being investigated. Sir, so far no journalist has been able to find evidence of these passengers all dressed in black.
It could have been a very dark navy blue. You know, it's so hard to tell the difference sometimes. Next question.
Mr. President.
Yes, you right there. Yes, you.
Mr. President.
Yes, Karen von Carlson again, OANN. Could it have been a deep purple, Mr. President?
Maybe it was, Karen. Thank you.
Or maybe a very dark forest green.
Possibly, Karen. Thank you.
You are doing a very fine job, Mr. President.
Thank you, Karen. Next question.
Mr. President.
Yes, you right there. Yes, that woman right there.
Yes, Don Robinson with En Vogue magazine. Ivanka told a story in her convention speech about one of her kids building a White House replica with Legos and you putting it in your office or just outside your office. It appears not to be a true story.
Of course it is a true story. I cherish that Lego White House replica that What's-His-Face built. I remember when my darling grandson said to moi, "Grandpapa, look, I built this Lego house for you." And I said, well, if you think I'm going to pay property tax on it, you might want to take a closer look at your family tree. Is it not still there? It isn't? If it isn't still in my office, I'll just die. It was probably stolen by that bank robber I just pardoned. That asshole. Next question.
Yes,
Yes, you, right there. You. That Beetle fellow. Yes, you.
Yes, this is Xavier St. John Forsyth of The Guardian again. You have recently encouraged your supporters to each vote in person and by mail. That's illegal, sir. Why would you ask such a thing?
I want to win, no matter what. This press conference is over.
This has been a live broadcast of French Trump's weekly press conference.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.